Hi, Stevenson Stars. It's the math coach, Miss Langford. I am so excited to be able to bring you today's math lesson and cannot tell you how much I have missed coming into your classrooms and being able to share the math learning with you. I hope you're doing well, and I cannot wait to see you again. But until then, I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice comparing numbers to 20. Let's get started. As you can see on the slide, we are going to have the opportunity to drag and drop some words and some counters to be able to compare numbers. So what we're going to do is our instructions here say drag and drop the correct words from the word bank to complete the sentence stem. 11 is blank 7. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, we have our word bank. Our word bank options are more than, less than, and equal to. So, I've also given you some counters. Over on the left-hand side, you'll have some smiley faces, and over on the right-hand side, you'll have some hearts. You can use these to drag and drop into our number pass if you need that help. So let's look. If we're comparing the numbers 11 and 7, I'm going to drag and drop 11 smiley faces into my first number path. Now, they don't have to be perfect. You don't have to make sure that they're lined up straight. Just make sure that when you're adding them into your number path, that you're only putting in one counter per space. So you can see right now I have 10, 11 smiley faces. Now on my bottom number path, I'm going to use my hearts as my counters, and I need to put in 7 because I'm comparing the numbers 11 and 7. So right now I have 2, 3, 4. Oop, I didn't mean to move me. 5. Did you see me? I was jumping around all over that screen. 6 and 7. So I now have 11 smiley faces on the top and 7 hearts on the bottom. When I compare those, I can see that there are more smiley faces than there are hearts. So I know that 11 is more than 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on more than in the word bank, and I'm going to drag it up and drop it. So now my sentence stem reads 11 is more than 7. Let's try another one. My two numbers that I'm going to compare for this example are 10 and 10. Now remember, these don't have to be perfect if they're down on the bottom, if one is too high. The most important thing when you're placing your counters is what? That's right. We can only have one counter in each space. Now some of you might be looking at these numbers and saying, I don't need to use the counters. I already know when I'm comparing 10 to 10 what that answer is. And that's okay. If you don't need to use the counters on every single slide, you don't have to. Miss Langford just put them there to help you. But I'm trying to show you how to do it if you need the counters. So I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I've represented 10 on my top number frame and 10 on my bottom number frame. And Ms. Langford keeps calling it a frame. I think maybe because each one of these squares or rectangles, reminds me of a picture frame. This actually, boys and girls, that we see here from 1 to 20 is a number path. A number path, not a frame. Miss Langford must be thinking about pictures or something. So again, one counter for each space in your number path. So I have 10 in the top and 10 in the bottom. Now, when I look at those are the same. What do we say when numbers are the same? Do we say that one is more than the other? No. Do we say one is less than the other? Nope, we can't say that either. We say that those are equal. So let's go down to our word bank and find equal to. We're going to move that and drag it up to the top. And there we go. Our sentence stem now says 10 is equal to 10. Let's try one more. And I want for you to walk Ms. Langford through this. My first number is what? 8. So let's go down and we're going to count out 8 smiley faces. I want you to count with me as I drag and drop them. And remember, don't go too fast. Here we go. Oh, I hear some of you. If you're not counting with us, I want you to start now. Here we go. 6. Let me hear you. Very good. So we have 8 smiley face counters in our top number frame. Now, what's our second number? It's over here on the other side. What was it? You're right, it was 9. Let's represent 9 on our next number path. Make sure you're counting with me as I'm dragging and dropping. You're right, that's 4. Oh, don't give up yet. We're almost done. And 9. We now have 9 hearts on our number path for the bottom. So now let's look. We have 8 on the top and 9 on the bottom. When I'm comparing these two numbers, I want you to think, is 8 more than 9, which means it's larger or bigger? Is it less than 9, which means it is fewer or not as many as? Or is it equal to, the same? If you think it's more than, I want for you to drag this box up to the top. If you think it's less than, then you would drag this box up to the top. And if you think it is equal to, then you would drag this one up to the top. So I want you to tell me, is it 1, 2, or 3? If you said 2, less than, you are correct. I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. All right, guys, so now it's going to be your turn to practice. Remember, the counters are there for you if you need them. I can't wait to see your work when you're done. Have a good day and see you soon, stars.